BMNR lost 12.27% yesterday, the 10th of October 2025, and printed an intraday low of $47.03. Yes, the stock has been contracting the expansion that the most recent expansion, the one that began sometime, I would say on the 27th of 29th of September. Yeah, it has started to contract that expansion, started to do so on Tuesday, the 7th of October. So as a result of that, amongst other things as well, lower prices are expected to keep printing. And there might be an attempt to bounce, but ultimately still lower prices going all the way towards the middle of middle mid to late of October, mid to late November of this year. So projections are currently saying $86.93 as things stand right now, based on this daily chart. Previously had as much as high as 96.9, 106.75 as of the 2nd of October. Obviously, we know that it has this intraday high, all time high of $135. Yeah, selling pressure. Let's see what we have down here. Yeah, both the 10 and 21 day moving averages are still trending. Yeah, okay, even though the stock has been contracting, has been printing lower prices since the 7th of October. Is that really the case? Let's see. Yeah, okay, not really. It just consolidated over two trading sessions. Yeah, no, just over one trading session. Yeah, it wasn't really a consolidation. It was an attempt to bounce. So out of the whole of last week, there was only one up day. That was just Wednesday the 8th. All the other days were so it was 4 days of losses out of five for BMNR over this past week. Okay, so yeah, price pressure. Yeah, even with all of that weakness, the stock is still trending. The 10 and 21 day moving averages are still trending. However, the derivative on this 10-day moving average, the derivatives are all bearish. Sorry, all fractional, indicating or validating or confirming that selling pressures going on. On the 21-day moving average, it is quality still trending, but in the midst of all of that, it's we know what's going on. Lower prices have been printing. Let's see what we have. Down projections. They're as low as 12.41, and above that we have 19.97, 32.21. These were as of the 6th of October, Monday, the 6th of October. Those were the downward projections then. Okay, on that day as well, it had as high as 86.93. So the projections for that day, the Fibonacci projections for that day range from 12.41 all the way towards 86.93. Okay, and that was just before the weakness began, as if the algos knew it started to project lower prices. But for some reason, after that, it didn't project anything. Okay, could it be that? Well, I mean, it could be anything. The reason could be anything, But the cases we have is why is the algos why are they projecting lower prices? So amongst other things, a lot of things going on. You may have heard about a short report from Kerrisdale and all that. So it seems the question is has BMNR now become a battleground stock? So let's see what's going on.
Bitmine Immersion Technologies, or BMNR, is trending after a high profile short report ignited intense debate within the trading and crypto communities. The report, published by Kerrisdale Capital, openly questions the company's aggressive Ethereum treasury strategy, claiming that Tom Lee's crypto model is on its way to extinction. This bold statement has fueled sharp reactions on both sides of the market. Kerrisdale's critique centers on valuation concerns and sustainability, arguing that BMNR's heavy reliance on Ethereum exposure could make it vulnerable to market downturns, particularly in volatile macro conditions. The firm contends that the company's market cap is disconnected from its intrinsic value and that investors may be underestimating the risk tied to Ethereum's price swings. In response, many retail investors and crypto enthusiasts have rallied behind BMNR, citing Tom Lee's long term conviction in Ethereum and his track record as a prominent crypto bull. They argue that Kerrisdale's short position is a classic example of FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt, and believe that BMNR's ETH accumulation could pay off significantly if Ethereum continues its bullish trajectory in the coming months. The timing of the short report has added fuel to the fire. On October 9th, BMNR announced that it added 23,823 ETH, worth approximately $103.7 million, to its corporate Ethereum treasury, a move that further solidified its position as one of the largest institutional ETH holders. While short sellers see this as reckless overexposure, bullish investors interpret it as a strategic move to front run expected market appreciation. Community discussions are split between two clear narratives. Bearish view: the stock is overvalued, dangerously leveraged to ETH, and at risk if Ethereum prices correct. Bullish view: Tom Lee's strategy mirrors the early days of corporate Bitcoin adoption, and BMNR could be a major beneficiary if ETH enters a new bull cycle. The short report has also intensified speculation about potential volatility and short squeezes given BMNR's relatively low float and high trading volumes. Technical traders are watching price action closely, with some predicting heightened swings in the near term as both bulls and bears battle for control. Adding another layer of complexity is the broader macro backdrop: fluctuating Ethereum prices, shifting monetary policy expectations, and heightened geopolitical uncertainty. Many in the community view this as a bit of a moment for BMNR, one that could either validate Tom Lee's high conviction ETH strategy or expose critical vulnerabilities in its business model. In short, BMNR has become ground zero for one of the most heated bull versus bear debates in the crypto equity space. Whether the short thesis gains traction or the bulls overpower it with Ethereum's strength remains to be seen. But one thing is clear: BMNR is now a battleground stock.
So is BMNR now a battleground stock? You drop a comment and let's see what you think. So you can see now this is the ETH USD. The extrapolation is saying almost the same thing as what we saw on ETH BMNR. So maybe that is why we have the same extrapolation, because people have insisted that it is just it tracks ETH, but others might argue that even though it does track it, it's also it has its impediments. It has other issues. It has other factors. Other it's a corporate company. There are a lot of things that can derail it. Short reports can derail it from being a proxy. Whereas not really the case. That's not really the case. ETH is more of an asset. You're not really going to be right. Well, you could write a short report, and all that, but the other factors that it's not absolutely, it's not absolutely a, it's not an absolute proxy. It's not a perfect proxy. So, but it does track it. You can see the algos have extrapolated pretty much the same sort of extrapolation, at least from the end of October. They are pretty much in line. Yeah. So we have, yeah, I think from the end of October and even up till end of October, I think very much in line. From yesterday up till Tuesday, the 14th, I think pretty much in line. We can just go back and have a look again. Yeah, you can see, yeah, 14th of October, pretty much in line. 14, 15 is pretty much in line. Okay, here it's saying on ETH it's more of a straight line, but here on BMNR it's more of a slight bounce from it's more of a bounce from the Friday the 17th, and then going just more of a cycling, whereas on BMNR is just a straight line. So uh, from at various ends they pretty much aligned. At various ends they pretty much aligned. So yeah, that's amongst other things what's going on. Okay, so yeah, I'll continue to update you. Thank you very much for watching this video.